So for those of you who haven't had a chance to meet him, this is Lou, straight from the Albuquerque Pound. He's a grumpy old man, but he's adorable. So I hope you don't mind his presence here. So the original dealer at Charles Clark Chevrolet was actually J.V. Carpenter. J.V. Carpenter was Charles Clark's stepfather. And J.V., you know, it's fun because we can go back and we see old newspaper ads and things from that era. And it's clear that J.V. was someone that was interested in community engagement. And it's very clear that Charles, when he took over, carried on that interest. And Charles really molded Kirk on a lot of things. And one of the things that he was very serious about was the importance of that this business doesn't just exist to like make money and sell cars. I mean, that's important, but we do something more important than that, and that's how we treat our community and that's how we treat our employees.
Well, you know, Kirk has always said, somos familia, we're family. And I gotta tell you, he really took care of his employees just like that. This feels like home. This is my second home.
I really realized I've been fortunate to be here working with the Clark family for so long. It's been over 30 years plus, but yes, I'm happy here. So it's been good, and I try to tell that to some of the employees that are here. They're here to help. They're here to take care of the employees as much as they can too.
But I remember we used to have the truck center across the street, across Business 83. That was our truck center. And I remember Mrs. Dorothy Clark always telling me, Israel, be careful crossing the street. Just like a mom. Mom would tell her son, hey, be careful crossing that street, it's dangerous. You know, and that meant a lot to me. Like, these people care about you.
One day, Dad asked if I could help him out in the office. Every time I walked in there was always somebody in the office, and he always just made time to figure out how he could help them. I always thought that was such a beautiful part of his heart, to just take the time to make sure that whoever was taking care of him, he got to take care of them back.
The Clark family and Clark Chevrolet will be here as long as the community wants us to be here and as long as we have something to contribute. And so as long as those things are true, we're here.
I couldn't agree more. It's, you know, we're very lucky to be in a community that has supported us for 90 years now. I mean, fourth generation. It's an honor to even be sitting here able to talk about this, because that's something that not a lot of people get to say. And I just strive every day to make sure that we're the kind of organization that deserves a fifth, sixth, seventh generation. And that's something that really motivates me.
One of the things Dad talked about was that as a business person, you have a responsibility, because without your customers, without your community, you're nothing. Like, without people who want to come do business with us, none of this works. You know, we have to earn our role here in this community. And that's not just by selling cars well, that's not just by being a great place to buy a car. That's the minimum. Where it really comes above is that we have to be a value add to McAllen, a value add to the Rio Grande Valley. And I'm proud to say that Clark Chevrolet has always done that. Clark Chevrolet will continue to do it as long as I'm involved with it.
Clark Chevrolet and the Clark family have been integral to both the development of the International Museum of Art and Science and its continued success, both through their personal contributions of works of art from their family's collections, as well as their corporate philanthropy that supports the educational programming and exhibitions that the museum puts together for the benefit of the community.
He's a good artist. He's a really good artist. He had a great sense of how things should go together. He started out doing a little bit elementary painting and stuff, and then he progressed on using my shop as his stepping stool into doing sculpture. He had a good imagination, and he loved to do art. And I think his family and the dealership and the art and his friends, they all went together just like holding a fist together. They all went together.
So the Clark family and Clark Chevrolet laid down the groundwork for a legacy of support. And you could say that Charles and Dorothy planted the seed that continued to grow and was cultivated by the family over generations with Kirk and his generation stepping in, and now has really branched out to benefit so many more people than what anyone could have imagined. That support directly helps us provide educational programs that are inspiring, that are innovative and captivating to our youngest audiences, and the whole community benefits from that. And so that support goes, and it will continue to grow, and we know that tree will continue to be a very important part of this community.
There's a family legacy that I know Chuck and Dorothy and Kirk would be very proud of, having the boys here now and taking care of Clark Chevrolet for them. It meant everything to Kirk to have integrity and have people in the business with him that would go the extra mile for the customer and be good to McAllen. And I think the boys are that.
All right, pop quiz. What are the 3 things you have to be to work at Clark Chevrolet, according to Kirk Clark?
Approachable, coachable, and accountable, 100%.
Nailed it. All 3. One of the things I loved about working with Dad was he was friends with so many of the other Chevrolet dealers. I mean, these are people that ostensibly are your competitors, your people you need to be tough with or something like that. But Dad never really saw it that way. Dad saw it as we all represent Chevrolet. We're all selling great product. We're all here in the Rio Grande Valley, giving opportunity to our employees, trying to do things the right way. That was something Dad was really great at, because I think it's so easy to get caught up in the competitiveness of this business and turn it into something difficult when it really doesn't have to be.
Well, my first experience with Kirk was he went to see my computers when they first started out while I was working in Brownsville at another dealership. In 1981, I came to work for Clark Chevrolet in the parts department as the parts manager. And so from there on, I had a big friendship with him. Mr. Charles Clark was there every day too. My experience with the Clarks was just, I just can't explain how good it was and how well they treated me, and I will remember them forever. Congratulations on your 90th anniversary. We're still good friends over there, and we will continue to work together.
This industry has seen a ton of changes. It will continue to see changes. Things are not going to sit still. We have to care about what happens in the Valley, because without the Valley, we're nothing. And so it's not just our job to sit here, sell cars, and then look good on TV. It's our job to find places where we can help, find places where we can use our voice, find places where we can use our reach, find places where we can use our money, use our people, whatever, and just help make the Valley be the best Valley it can be. And that's something that Dad, Granddad, and JV took very seriously. And that's something that Daniel and myself continue to take seriously in 2023. 90 years later and 4 generations stronger, we're still family.
Okay, last question. So, who's the coolest brother?
All right, he's the cooler brother. It's true.
You can cut now.
But I may be the more interesting brother. I don't know.
I'll allow it.
I don't know.
I think it's a compromise I can live with.
I'm probably the only car dealer that can quote Thucydides.
That's true.
So I'll give you that.
I'll take it.
But
I'll
no,
take it.
I don't know who's the cooler brother. You're pretty cool.
I'm actually not. I just like to play cool on TV.
You're fun. You're the fun brother. I'll give you credit for that.
Okay, I'll say I'm the more fun brother. I don't think
Yeah.
either of us qualify as the cooler brother.
Yeah,
really.
that's kind of like that's a contest where no one wins.
Yeah. We'll draw.